Recording in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yo.
Let's go.
Okay. I'm gonna have to put the sticker on here.
Yo, raza. You want to put the sticker on there?
Yeah, the trademark. I don't know if they can see it.
I'm down. Did I put a little more or no?
Acá no.
I think so. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of PepTalks Podcast. Let's go.
Jeez, hey.
Man, super excited. This is episode 16. I know last week I kind of slipped up and I was like, is this episode? And I might have messed up just now. I might check myself right now later. But I want to welcome my guest. This is Armonia, songwriter. He does all the content for RyE. He's the myth, the legend, Carlos. What's your last name?
Landaverde.
Landaverde.
Los Landaverde. What's up,
I just
my
don't
boy?
know. I've never had to say, oh my. I've never, did you see that?
You forgot it.
I've never had to say it out loud. And I'm like, how do you?
My last name?
Yeah, remember
Yeah.
for the airport, I just had to write it down.
I swear every time somebody says it right, like English speakers, they're like, I got it right or no? I'm
Right.
Like, you actually did. A lot of English speakers actually get it right.
Landaverde?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So I
like-
was like, I don't know. I'm tripping. But man, I'm so excited to have you, bro. This is awesome.
I'm excited to
A
be here.
lot is happening right now. So this is perfect for us to actually be able to converse.
It's crazy we have the time to do it too, bro. It's
Hey,
been so busy.
It's last minute though.
No
Just like
cap.
everything happens. I mean, we had the idea. It just switched up and it was perfect because
Yeah.
it's a dead day. So
God's
I
timing.
got able to do this, man. Welcome to the show. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
We are actually, in a studio where, location undisclosed, but just know it's brought to you by our host, Lowe's,
Man, I
man.
appreciate you coming through.
And excuse the glasses. I had to indulge before it get loose. But I've heard I've been looking crazy. My eyes been looking
got
a
it,
little.
Yeah. That's what you need though right now.
Yeah, just to chill a little bit. Man, like we said, there's a lot going on right now. I want to get more right now into just what you're feeling right now, man. Like, what are you? What's your day to day in the last few weeks?
Dang. I haven't been asked that how I'm feeling right now in a bit.
Right?
Yeah,
Nobody
bro.
does. Nobody asks us, man. Nobody gives a fuck sometimes.
I don't even
I
talk
give a fuck.
nobody ever asks me how I be.
It's
But,
the podcast.
I've been like excited, honestly, anxious. I feel like I've just been anxious all month, been busy. I swear I've only had like 2 days off, and then those days off I make them work.
Something, right?
Yeah, I make them.
Gotta
We
connect
make
on
something
somehow.
positive, yeah. But bro, honestly, it's just been like a roller coaster. Like if I put it in perspective, it's like imagine somebody just handed you your bucket list and they're like, "Here's your bucket list," So now what do I do?
Go for it. That's
It's
yeah.
like it's like a big part of my bucket list was like scratched off in just 1 month. A lot of stuff have happened that I don't even know if we could talk about it or not. But
And you know what's crazy? It's that maybe sometimes just because of where we're coming out from, we're not taught to look too far ahead. So maybe
Exactly.
we didn't even know our own fucking abilities,
Bro.
man. And it's fucking it up. It's not fucking you up. It's more of like, oh wait, this I can make the zip zap right now. Imagine
Yeah.
and I'm barely this age. And oh man, that's a great feeling.
Exactly. Like that's really all like I've been thinking about this month. I feel like everybody's been telling me that I've been quiet since we got in the news and everything. And like I mean I have, because I just been thinking about it. Like what's the next step? Cause I don't know. It's like I don't want it to stop there, and I don't know. It's just
And it's like it's still like we say, like if we're playing soccer terms, like it's still 0-0.
yeah, exactly. 0-0.
come on,
Nothing's it's like no celebrations just yet. Once we score, but like I mean, all in all, it's just been like anxious. It's like it's unbelievable.
It's a transitional period where you're something's about to happen.
Exactly.
And you're just kind of sitting like, Like what's behind the door?
It's like all the old stuff is still going through my head. Like, dang, we really got here. Like everything that happened to get here, and then
And it doesn't feel so far away.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like we got to be ready for the next step. We can't really sit in there and ponder about the old stuff and really congratulate ourselves too much either.
Yeah, because I mean it's not done yet. What is it? Game's job's not finished. Job's not done.
Job's not done.
So yeah, I get what you're saying, but it is definitely like something that maybe will keep you up at night.
Yeah,
keep you
every night.
Yeah.
Whether it's either like being thankful for it or just like looking at the next step, but certain like most definitely something around it, revolving around that.
And these past weeks, sometimes I feel guilty if I'm sleeping in or like if I sleep a little late.
Right.
Because I'm like, damn, bro, you got a lot to do and you gotta just, I don't know. And I know maybe it's not a good feeling, but it has kept me up on a lot of things that I'm usually not good at keeping up with.
Yeah, like I've been trying to discipline myself because I felt it coming. So like before the news, but then like once the news hit, it's like, dang, I really got to discipline myself. I saw a quote that said like bigger goals require better habits or something like that. I forget exactly how it went, but I was like, that's right. Like you really, if you want to strive for more, you really got to have better habits, better discipline all around.
Be prep to be the person you want to be, right?
Exactly.
Like prepare if you want that life. Yeah, I think that's the hardest realization for me is that like a lot of the goals that I want to achieve, it's like that, like it got in my head of like you're not even ready for that. So you gotta definitely find yourself in that position. But I want to get started with kind of just what got you into this part of the industry, bro. We can get right into it with RyE and.
So, I've probably been playing I didn't play music, instruments, let me say that, because I used to rap. So I did used to rap back in like middle school, high school, but I never played an instrument. And then since the whole Ariel Camacho movement, Arsenal Efectivo, Legado 7, it's like since that movement, I was like, I want to learn how to play guitar.
Smoke Out tour,
bro. I went to both of them, front row. I remember I passed J.O.P. the Blunt. That was way back. I got videos of it. I'll post them. But
that'd be cool.
Yeah, bro, that was a lit ass concert. But yeah, I had the desire to learn, but I still didn't learn at that time because my friend had a guitar and I borrowed it. I tried to learn it. Bro, it was frustrating as hell. I'm not gonna lie, I was just frustrated. So I gave it back to him and I was like, whatever, just stick to soccer. But then like a year later, I was working out of town. I was doing painting and I was working out of town, bro. I had nothing to do. And then at the same time, like something else happened in my life, and I just to find a way to like let out feelings. I was like, let me finally decide to learn guitar, try to write music, and do all these things. But bro, that was like 5 years ago. Honestly, I didn't think that it would, make it this far. The way I came into RyE, Manny reached out. That boy Manny, shout out my boy Manny, because he was the first one to believe in me. But
nice.
I used to post Instagram videos, on Instagram. I used to post like covers. I remember I wrote a few songs. I posted those. But he was always showing love, He was always showing love. I would show love to them too, because I went to their first concert that they had at... It's because they done changed the name so much, bro.
At Rio?
Back then it was called Luna Lounge.
Luna Lounge. No, I think it was Rio first, bro.
See, we don't even know because they changed it so much. But no, I think it was Luna Lounge, because I remember they had the moon. But yeah, either way, that one right there. Did you go?
To that first one, no. I was working out of town. I remember that day.
I remember I got a little section there.
Ooh.
Bro, I believed in them guys since day one, I'm telling you.
Let's do it.
Even before I was on the team. But, so basically I was there, met them face to face that day. That's when we were able to put, face to the name, to the IG name, basically. Because we just talk over IG. And then I finally met them. They were cool as hell. Then I can't remember if it was Richie's birthday at first or if it was a Friendsgiving that they invited me to. But I remember that hit me out of nowhere, like I got invited by them and I was like, oh snap, that was pretty out of it.
Random.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, I appreciate the invite. I remember I appreciated that a lot. And it was cool, bro. It was cool to be invited over, get to know everybody, and it was all close friends, family, so that was pretty cool too. And then from there, basically gave me an audition for. They were gonna play for Eslabon Armado. They were gonna open up for Eslabon Armado, and they got a last minute call. And then Manny hit me up like for an audition. But I'm not gonna lie, at that time I still didn't make the cut, cause bro, it was like I probably had like a year in, I think. But I was already posting stuff, cause I like to post stuff, my progress during like doing different things. But I didn't make the cut. But he told me, he like, bro, just keep grinding it out, keep doing it, keep doing your thing. You're making progress. And then a couple months later, he hit me back up, and then like basically from there on, it was just.
Did he ask like, have you been practicing?
Nah, actually, he didn't even ask me that. He was just like more of like, let's do it. Like
he had already probably seen you post.
Like he was like, it was more so of like he believed in me, and he believed that we could get to like that next phase for me. Yeah, you know what I mean. It was like
okay, you have a
regardless
base.
of your experience, like we're gonna just start building from here. Like let's just start building. Because what he said, basically what he said was that he saw like loyalty in me. He said like I could be there for the long run and like the vision. Because we do, once we sat down and we all talked about our vision, bro, it's crazy. We all have the same exact vision, Once we all talked about our goals and everything, it's like, we're all going chasing the same dream. So that really made everything tie together, honestly. And yeah, bro, since then though, honestly, like I remember he sent me, I still have them in my DMs. I'll pull it up right now.
Let me just check something real quick. I can cut this out too.
I have videos.
Okay. It's good.
Yeah, I have videos of like basically where he sent me all the old songs of how to play them, like note by note and stuff. Like,
damn.
Yeah, let me find them right here. But yeah, bro, it was basically that was the beginning of it all. That's where it started, and then that was 3 years ago now. That was 3 years ago in about March, January.
Damn, 3 years, bro.
I still remember when I got the message, bro. I was like, oh yeah, Nah, not really. But it was just like cool, It was like, to me, it was like, imagine not even playing guitar, and then you finally learn, and then getting an opportunity
to show your progress.
Cause I'm telling you, like I really believed in them. Like I'm telling you, I went to their show, and then like I went to a few of their shows, and I was like, damn, these guys are really gonna make it. So then to be able to get an opportunity to play with them as well, I was like, damn, that's crazy.
That is.
It was like back
it's
then.
Like, you ever seen the movie Rookie of the Year when he gets to play with the Cubs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Back then, imagine how like how like this big news that we just recently got. I looked at it back then like that,
Yeah, this is like, another milestone. You've had other milestones, but this is one of them.
Yeah, and that was the first one. That was like dang exciting for me to be able to. Yeah, that was even to be able to play on a group. I remember back then, I told myself I just want to be able to play. I just want to one day stand on a stage and play. I just that was it.
I actually heard recently on a podcast that most people that have actually done something in the success of what they've wanted to achieve. At a certain point in their life, before the turning point, they saw that, like, they felt like I'm meant for something more. Yeah. They have that realization that, okay, this just doesn't fit. It's not a bad life, but it's just not my life. And I think that's crazy because I feel like sometimes I've had to turn my life around in the last year, and I feel like right now I'm on a path. I don't know if it's the right one, but I can tell that I'm just not the same person I was a year ago.
Yeah, I feel like you start feeling it now.
Yeah, you realize that like when you do certain things, it grasps your attention of like, oh fuck, I can actually do that now.
Yeah, bro. I feel like I don't know, especially like I'm sure we've talked about it. We come from like similar backgrounds. Like we didn't have too much opportunities. Like bro, growing up,
you made your
opportunities, bro. Like if I were to speak on the situations that I lived, like it's crazy, Like bro. Well, I'll say this, like, I've been, what's it called? Oh, damn.
You can talk about it growing up, yeah.
Bro, what's the freaking word, bro? See, it freaking clears my mind. Getting kicked out of the house.
Oh, you've been evicted.
Evicted. We've been evicted before, bro. Like, so it's like once you look at it, things like that, it's like, I feel like that just puts a different hunger in you. It's like.
Yeah, and at a certain point, you feel like, yeah, you gotta... you felt the back against the wall at an early age, and that sits with you.
And even like just getting out of that situation, you just see like, it's not really as bad as it seems, or like everything really works out. God's always, everything happens for a reason. God's really looking out for you. It's either gonna like build you up or it's gonna be good. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be positive.
Something has to come out of it.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, and like you said, we don't come around too many opportunities because I mean the opportunity was coming here. It was like our parents migrating, and in my situation, like me bringing on my perspective is just coming here, and then with your parents is really just moving their whole life here.
Yeah,
both of those, it's like we're all starting from zero.
Exactly.
Us as kids, them as adults starting in another country, don't really know what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know about your, but that's how it was with us.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I think that's why we've kept so intact, my family and I, because we went through a lot together. When we had the taquisas, my parents would take us. We know I've known that life since I couldn't remember.
You know what it is too, like the worth of $1. You've seen it.
The worth of $1, bro.
You've seen like since a kid. You've seen it.
Yeah, because
you didn't get things handed easily.
I heard that like, I want to help my family, and I told my dad that, and at an early age he was like, you know how you can help me, bro? Like real talk, just take care of yourself then. Like when you need something, if you can find a way to do it, I appreciate that. And that meant a lot to me because I felt like, I don't know why, a lot of people were like, like when I was little, I wanted to do this or I want to do that. I just wanted to work. I remember specifically seeing my dad wash the dirt off of his hands, and I'm like, that's crazy. That's a fucking, that's a whole receipt. That's a whole resume of what you just did today. Your hard work literally falls off your hands at the end of the day, and you get to go make them dirty the next day. To me, that resonated with me. I don't know why.
Exactly. That's crazy.
And so when I was little, I would go with him, and it was like things that I remember is like walking down the driveway. Didn't do shit all day like a dumbass, just fucking around all day. My dad has to. Now I realize that I made his job even harder because he has to do his job and take care of my dumbass.
Yeah.
I fucking threw myself in some insulation in the attic, and he was like, "Why the fuck would you do that?" I was like, "It was fluffy. I thought it was a fucking pillow."
Yeah.
But I remember him like
just
getting
kids
there.
being kids.
Yeah, and obviously a kid's not supposed to be there, but fuck it, dude. And it was that you knew that you had to do something, and I don't think that's bad. People might be like, "Oh man, that's maybe you didn't feel a childhood like you were supposed to." It is what it is, bro. But I don't feel like I don't shake when shit gets like hard, you know, anymore. Exactly. Like it does affect my tempo, and maybe it takes me a few days to like really really rejoice.
Yeah, that's normal. Yeah,
but I don't simple things that don't work, I'll find a way to fix them quick now.
I feel like too, another thing. I was just thinking about it when you were talking right now. Like I feel like when we were kids, it was just like you should just do your part to be a good kid.
Be a good stay out. Like if you're not gonna help, stay out the way.
Exactly.
For a little bit.
Like stuff. Like honestly, it was already tough. So like
to add more,
be a good kid. Like I was just thinking about that earlier when you started talking about like doing your part to help your parents. Like I feel like that's what me and my brothers and sisters, like bro, me and my brother, like we would freaking smoking weed since we were 12, 13, like just bad kids, badass kids. Bro, I had a new bike every week. And God forgive me. I'm sorry. I used to like do those kind of things, but just being reckless kids from the hood. But at the end of the day, bro, we used to come home with straight A's. Like straight A's. Like me, my brother, my two sisters, and I could vouch for all of us. Like everybody, like we all, bro. Everybody advanced placement.
Yeah, and I don't know if your parents told you in that way, but they were just kind of like, "Hey, that's your only job right now.
Exactly.
Like at least do good in that, man. Come on, don't be a fucking." My dad would get so pissed at me.
Exactly, because that was it. Like honestly, bro, school
and it wasn't
so
hard.
easy. Yeah, school is so easy, bro. It's just like I don't know.
I feel like people just made it difficult.
Sometimes. I understand a lot of people too. There's a lot of people with tougher situations probably than we do, but at the end of the same time, though, like it's a lot of it comes down to just them being, not wanting to.
Yeah, that's true.
When it comes down to it, it's just them not wanting to, honestly.
But it was, on the people that I can speak of that I remember, like like I can still remember clearly, that didn't give a fuck, and you saw that you're like, we're still doing the same shit, bro. Like we're still
Yeah.
going to soccer games. We're still,
Mm.
I'm doing the same thing as you, but I'm taking at least 30 minutes to just do my homework.
Right,
Like,
literally.
come on, bro. Like, you can literally do this while you're taking a shit or something. Like,
Or
just,
like at least,
or just do it at school,
bro. Sometimes them tests, bro, you just gotta use 30 minutes of
30
common
minutes,
sense.
yeah.
You know, just
Honestly.
actually like tell yourself like, I'll take this test, and you know. But I mean,
At
another
least,
thing
like,
too, though, I'm not gonna sit here and say that school's like, you know, school isn't for everybody. School isn't for everybody, and I understand that. But that's where you make that decision, you know.
it isn't. But honestly, bro,
A lot
school
of it
is
like,
literally is just transferring information.
yeah, a lot of it, bad grades and stuff, is just discipline. Kids being,
People just didn't give a fuck, bro.
yeah.
So and that's where that's good, like that you realize that, like, at least, bro, like, just. But I remember I did have my dad when we were younger, when I was really young, like when I first got here, I had that mania of like stealing.
Yeah.
I stole from like a lot
Bro,
of
as
like
a kid,
church,
bro.
from
As a kid, bro, I used to. There was a vending machine in our apartments. Like, bro, I was a kid, bro, like kid. And so what I used to do was, basically my hand would fit under there, bro. I used to take everything that was on that bottom row, and like once I took everything from there, that I would look at that top row, and I remember I found a stick, bro, that was just perfect. Like, bro, I was selling it at school. See, I ain't have money at home, but I found a way.
and I got you with a better one, with a vending machine.
But those are little thieves.
And with the vending machine, I got caught by telling my little brother to go and grab his. 'Cause my fat ass couldn't fit in it. The guy comes in and he's like, "Hey, I run," and my brother's stuck on the vending machine.
Yeah.
He's like 4, doesn't understand nothing. He's barely starting to understand what I'm telling him to do, and he does it. And so he's not in trouble.
Yeah.
And I'm running, but obviously he knows who the fuck it is.
Yeah.
So I remember that one was really bad.
Nah,
But yeah.
it's funny, but now they messed up, bro. They put a vending machine where, like, in the laundry that smells like weed every day. Why would you do that? You know?
What'd you expect? Somebody was very positive.
If it wasn't me, it
thinker.
was gonna be somebody else.
But, I mean, yeah.
Better somebody that needed it.
But those are mistakes, and we figured them out, and we said, okay, you know what? We shouldn't do this.
See, and now I don't steal.
So, you know, and that's what it is. That's what growth is. But that's good. That's crazy. Yeah, like you said, like, man, we didn't have a lot of opportunities, and right now you're making one, and that's really, really good. You made this happen.
Yeah.
This isn't a natural. This wasn't natural for you. You know how there's people that say that this is natural.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem. It seems like you every day you try to like do something more.
Exactly. I feel like everybody's like born to be great. You know, everybody has that potential, bro. You see everybody that's already great, bro. They bleed just like we do. You know, they breathe the same air, drink the same type of water. You know, we all get the same water from the same body of the ocean. You know,
Yeah.
but like it just depends your discipline, your habits. You know how bad you want it. You know, it was really like, cause I remember I heard a saying that was like, how strong the foundation is how far you could jump. But bro, there's so many people that come from no foundation.
No foundation.
I come from no foundation, and look how far I came. You know, it's just I feel like it's limitless for everybody.
Yeah, man. But I do want to. I am thankful that I've never had to worry about where we're gonna live.
You know.
And I know sometimes that's even like close to a flex, and that's sad that's our reality. But I do want to point out that I did have a really good role model.
Yeah.
My father never wanted us to really live anywhere but a home, like a house that felt like a home. And I think that's something that also was instilled in me even to today. Like where I live, I like to have it furnished, even if it's secondhand. I want to have a table to eat at. I want to have because that's what I was brought up. You know, we were lucky in that sense of actually being able to make anywhere a home. Even if it wasn't ours, but we made it one, and it felt good. It felt good to come to something that's yours, and I think that's what now I'm aiming for. I just want to make something mine, and I think we're both in that period right now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't say that. Yeah, I mean, but besides that one time where we did get evicted, but that was during recession times, yo. So I mean, you know,
That was tough.
It was tough. So. But other than that, though, I mean, the situations weren't always the best, but we did always have something to eat. We always had a, roof over
But
us.
I know,
Bro, God bless my mom, bro. My mom used to move mountains just to make things work. Like, bro, just for us to have clothes, bro, it was just crazy.
I feel like they make my mom was my role model.
Yeah, my mom's
Because
my
you're
role
like,
model.
right now you're like you can't fucking make this shit work. Your mama didn't even know how
Bro,
to fucking speak the language,
be
son, and
thinking,
she was doing that.
My throat got tight just thinking
Man.
about it,
My
bro.
mom be
It's
making me
crazy.
question my work ethic, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like my mom makes me question how bad I really
How
want
bad
things
do
in the
you-
world. Because
and
I'm
they're
like,
just doing
damn,
this for
bro,
fun.
she
They-
used to
not for
not
fun,
know.
but, you know.
She didn't know English. Traveling to the other side of the freaking town, like on the bus, doing all these things, enrolling into programs that I didn't even like. I was like, what the hell is this? You know. But she's receiving all these other benefits and stuff. I'm like, dang, you know, she's out there.
Yeah, they just
She's
know.
grinding. You know.
They know how to they know how to distribute. They know how to move. Move.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, my mom has a
God bless
my
all
mom has
the
a
moms
picture
like that.
of it's and it just resonates with me because I see young moms today.
Mm.
My mother has a picture with like literally my cousin, my sister, me as a toddler, barely able to walk, and my brother in a carriola in a fat ass diaper bag, bro. And
Yeah.
I was like, "Where's that at?" And I remember asking her that, and she was like, "Oh, es un centro aquí acá."
Mm-hmm.
Bro, probably minimum 15 stops, 4 kids, a carriola, diaper bag. She said, "I want to go to that centro." Boom, let's go, vámonos.
Yeah.
Today's day, bro, you can't even fold clothes without. Oh, I need a babysitter to help me. That's so
Right.
crazy to me. But I feel like that's also like that's instilled in me that like I need to be good, like for whoever ends up being my partner, and if I do get blessed with kids, like hey, bro, like it's not that fucking hard, man. You're just gonna really want it. You're gonna love
That's
your
another
kids.
thing right there, choosing your partner, or like that's crazy right there. 'Cause I feel like another thing too that I was gonna say is when you brought up about your dad and stuff, like that's something that I feel like I see a lot when somebody has a good connection with their dad and like where they got good morals, they were instilled like, good habits and things like that. 'Cause bro, I admire that because honestly, like I didn't have that. That's not something that like me and my dad didn't have the best connection. At a certain point, it just like completely broke off, and then we fixed it. At this point in the day, like I'm good with him, but like him being alcoholic and all these things, bro. Life for me as a kid was crazy, like and then another thing too is like that, like choosing a partner. That's why I like had to touch back onto that topic, cause yeah, like my parents, bro, growing up, it was just bickering and back and forth. So it's like that's important, and I feel like that's important for kids, bro. Like that's so important for a kid to be able to see that, be able to have like that good example, that good role model. 'Cause I feel like sometimes I think about myself, and I'm like, if I would have had that with the potential I have now, I would have been like,
That's
would have been crazy.
That's a crazy way to look at it because
that's why I try to discipline myself now. That's why I've been,
because you love and people would have already been ruined by that. People are their perspective. Sometimes I realized that when we first met, we used to kind of like bicker a lot, and now I'm realizing that maybe we just think too closely, and that's what fucks us up. That's crazy because that's a good way to look at it. Like you had the opportunity to go both ways on that.
Yeah.
To be like, damn, like now I know I gotta like. There's a story of a family with 6 kids. All 5 of them, 5 of the 6 are alcoholics. They're all because my dad.
Mm-hmm.
The last one says because my dad. I mean, before the last one, the other one says it again because my dad did it. We all saw it, and it was just stuck to us.
Yeah.
And that's what we thought was normal. The last one comes up, and they're like, "Why aren't you an alcoholic?" Well, because I saw my dad, and I didn't like that, and I knew that was bad.
Yeah, bro.
So they're like, everybody sees it one way, but if you look at it a different way that really benefits you, I feel like that's the way to go about it.
I feel like something that was big to me growing up, and I got taught this like very young, is learn from other people's mistakes. And
It's
I mean, especially that being the main biggest example, my father like being alcoholic, bro. Like from like I broke my own promise, but I remember I promised myself all like as a kid that I would never drink. I told myself that like all the way until 18, I still didn't drink. 19, I hated drinking. And then, around like 20, that's when I got like heartbroken. So it was just like water at that point.
Let's go, bro. Come on.
Type, so, but I mean, I fought it, I tried to because I saw that example. And even to this day, like like you don't. I get, I drink, but you don't see me like
Oh
constantly
yeah, that's
being
what I was gonna say.
you know, I'm
You're not a big like
drinker.
blackout.
Yeah, exactly. I hate being drunk, bro. I hate being drunk now.
Yep.
I
don't
hate
miss
it, bro. I don't know. I just don't like. I like being tipsy. You know, it's cool to have one drink and two drinks, and then like you get loose. But like
I like it.
loose. No,
I like when you
like on some Diddy. No, like
when you go to the restroom and you see yourself in the mirror and you're peeing and you're like, oh, I'm drunk. I like that.
Hey,
feeling.
hold on, that was a little.
Nah, not like that. Like you're by yourself and you're kind of like, oh, I'm feeling it because now you're by yourself.
Yeah, you're like you look at yourself, you're like, fuck. You gotta collect yourself.
You.
I don't like that.
I've
You
been
know,
running like this the half hour. Yeah, bro. That's what I like.
yeah.
But yeah, no, and I think that's like I said, it could have gone both ways. You could have used it as a crutch and be like, well, that's why.
As a crutch. That's a.
And you moved on. And some people do it, and some people don't. And at a certain point, they have to because if not, it'll take you the same way.
Yeah, that's why I'm big on too, like building that right family. You know, like I don't wanna. That's something I don't ever want to have to like. What it would be like reproduce the same living situation that I lived in. You know what I mean? I don't want that to keep reproducing.
It's like that I was saying about the hard times makes strong man, and strong man makes easy times.
Exactly.
Easy times make weak men. Weak men make strong hard times.
But that's where you got to break a cycle too, though, and not, if you start having it good for somebody, your kids, don't let it be easy for them.
Yeah,
it might be hard. Parenting is always new for everybody. Nobody knows how to parent till they parent.
And I think I realized that when I grew up because
I realized that with my parents.
I think I became even closer with my dad when you realize that shit, this is his first time living.
Bro, once I found out the real reasons why my dad drank, that's when we got real close. You know? See? That's when I okay.
And you're like, I could have never confronted that.
I understand you're like,
But it's also like it could have been that easy. Yeah. You could have made it that easy.
But that's another thing too. I thought about is like we also need to tell our parents who we are. Exactly. And I know you do, you know, and that's why I like having this conversation with you, because I know I respect you too for that, because a lot of people won't tell their parents the things that they're doing. They won't tell their parents the things that, where they're at, or like, just different things.
People do point that out, that when they see me with my dad, they're like, that motherfucker damps you up like he's your homie.
Exactly. It's like, I feel like if your parents ever pass away, at least let them know who you really were. Yeah. I feel like that's important, It just goes a long way, because you guys understand each other. You guys understand more of like those would be like.
And what I told my mom was, so there's things that she doesn't agree with, but what I told her was, trust that you did a good job and that I am a good person. I'm going to do the best that I can in every situation I'm in. I won't do no harm to nobody unless I intend to resolve something with it, which is never the solution. And I didn't grow up. I'm not sad of how I grew up. I always tell her that. I don't want you to think that for a day that I regret anything.
Yeah.
Everything that I did, everything that happened to me is the reason I am who I am today. Exactly. And I love that they see that. They see that every time we step in a room, and they see how people look at us. And I think our parents, sometimes they're not being told thank you enough.
Yeah, honestly. But I feel like I don't even tell my parents. But I don't know. I have a weird way of expressing myself with my parents too. It's because that broken household, is different. I've seen, bro, not all of us are so quiet, bro. It's just so like.
That is crazy though. Yeah.
Like we don't show no love, but I promise you, bro, we have the biggest hearts in this household. Yeah. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's weird.
Love language. I learned that. Yeah. I learned that not too long ago.
I feel like our love language here in the household is arguing, bro. It would just be, I don't know.
Yeah. And I feel like you said, at some point, it's us really wanting to look into it. I was never patient. I for a long time, I was never patient. I was very impatient when I was younger. And I think that's one thing that I realized was steps to the person I didn't like, that maybe my dad was to me. Mm-hmm. And I realized that, like, okay, he's not a bad person, but his patience could be worked on. Maybe I can't force that on him, and I can't change that in him, but I can obviously be the change that I want to see.
Yeah.
Patience was big. But yeah, like you said, you learn, and you want to show that love at a certain point, and one day I feel like you will.
Yeah, I feel like everybody will. Everybody does.
Wow, man.
Love is a beautiful thing.
It is. And I want to get into that, but right now, one thing that I really am noticing is a lot of the material RyE is putting out is a lot about love in the past tense. You think that right now is like that's what's hitting? Like, like I see sad boy type.
Love. I feel like it's because everybody puts a fluke, you know, or would it be? Like what would it be? Like a front. Everybody puts up a front that they don't have feelings, you know.
Okay.
I mean, I don't. I never put up a front. Like, you know, I've always been like, I'm a lover boy, bro. What would I be telling Gibby? I'd be like, bro, we were born to be lover boys, forced to be sad boys.
Ooh.
That's what it is, bro. But
Forced to be sad.
I mean,
boys.
it's just I feel like everybody tries not to show feelings. You know, I feel like that's
This
what
day
it
and
is.
age. I've
Yeah,
noticed
this day
it's
and
this
age, you know, everybody tries not to show feelings. Everybody tries not to, and then it's a lot of Instagram standards. You know, it's a lot of
Okay.
Instagram. I feel like that Instagram plays so much. That's why I started putting them daily limits. I feel like Instagram just, I don't know, brainwashes. It's
I'm
bad.
fighting that. I'm fighting that fight right now.
Yeah, bro, it's bad. I feel like you see somebody post something, repost something, and you meet them in person, and it's like nothing correlates. You know, that your repost do not correlate. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, what I post on Instagram is in my life," but it's like, if you really do want it to be, that's really who you're trying to impersonate to be. You know, at the end of the day, but I feel like it's just Instagram, social media in today's age. But there's a lot of good people out there, bro. You know, there's definitely, you know, it's just where you look and kind of person you are, situations you put yourself in.
And right now with the music, you feel like you connect with that,
bro. Right now with the music, I'm like, if I didn't meet you before, I don't know if I could trust you.
right?
Yeah, bro, it's hard.
It's hard, man.
It's hard, bro.
It's a different day and age of love, man.
It's like I love like everybody so much, and I love to love people, but like it's just something in me that when I start seeing you like treat me different because you start seeing me post and doing things like this, I'm like, that's just, I hate fangirl, like, you know, I hate fangirl activity, bro.
We don't hate fans.
I don't hate no, well, I'm talking about more in like you know, meeting somebody type of thing, but like I hate fangirl activity, like from girls that I'm trying to meet, you know, I just hate that. Okay. You know?
Yeah, you act like you belong. Maybe.
That's why it's hard.
Nah, act like you've been here, you know. Like, I'm just a regular person. Just talk to me straight, you know.
Exactly.
Okay, I feel that.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I don't know. I feel like, well, I don't know. Because I was going to say that, like, we haven't done too much, but we have done a lot. So it's like for people to look at us like that. But then again, I'm telling you, the internet just blows people's mind, you know.
Okay, yeah.
People see you just do one thing, and it's like they just imagine, and like, you know, they see you as like differently.
They don't. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it can definitely blind a perspective.
Exactly. There you go. That's a good term.
Yeah, I've had that. I've had people ask me about something that I did months ago, and you're just kind of like, oh, fuck.
You forget.
I forgot.
Right.
Yeah, and that's kind of crazy when people kind of tell you that. And you're like, fuck, you remember that? That's crazy.
Like, bro, how long you had that story
I don't
in your
even know.
mind? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
that one is crazy. But I mean, and it happens to me where I do get really stuck into that. Right now, like I told you, I'm finding that.
But I wouldn't even cap. I feel like I remember certain stuff. I be on Instagram sometimes.
You do, but
you
it's
know
not that you're thinking about it.
It's funny, bro. Like sometimes on Instagram, I remember people's names, their IG name, but not their name. I'll be like, bro, at something. You don't remember him? You're like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
The people that I remember are people that probably I grew up with. After that, it's kind of hard to connect.
Yeah.
But I can start off of somebody because I can remember certain things from them, and then I can be like, oh yeah, I remember they hang out at this spot.
Yeah.
Going from there. Nah, I get that. And so, and right now, like, do you feel like the Bellico style is gonna take over in the music industry, or the sad boy stuff is still like gonna be more saturated?
I feel like
I think it's a good division right now.
I feel like it's a good division because of the artists that are there. You know, you have Junior H, you have Ivan Cornejo, and you have Danny Lux, who are like, you know, three main heavy hitters that are doing sad music, and they're all mainly sad music. You know, Junior H hops on corridos too, and he's just an overall artist. But I mean, he always, you know, he does sad boy. He does the sad boy album, so I feel like they have heavy hitters. But then corridos, bro, is just corridos. You know, corridos is like rap. So it's like rap going against like softer, you know, music. Which I mean, I don't know. I guess you can't put it like that.
Like R&B.
Yeah, there you go. Like R&B. But it's because then, you know, there's some R&B that like freaking have done numbers.
Oh yeah, Brand Fire.
But it's just like I guess the sad boy stuff. But you know, rap's always gonna be what's, you know, number one. So I guess kind of corridos is too. But I mean, I feel
It's
like
'cause
it's a good division though.
The crazy thing is that you the Mexican like regional style, you can drink to both.
Yeah,
You can
right.
drink to the Belico ones. You can be fuck yeah, or you can drink to
Yeah,
other ones and be like fucker. You know.
exactly.
Either way, it works.
And that's what Mexicans do.
That's what it is, man. That's the emotions we feel. Either we feel fucking Belico or we feel sad boy.
Like this past weekend, bro, me and Gibby, there was another group that played after us. Dang, I feel bad for forgetting their name, but I'll get their name. I didn't even get their IG.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna ask Gibby though. I'll follow them. They were pretty good. But I remember, bro, like we were just chilling there and like they played a certain song. I was like, dang, I feel like drinking out. You know, I was just like, fuck it.
It's about that time.
Pop me one open. Joseph already knew too. Joseph was feeling it.
He just turns around like, here, pa. Fucking Joseph, man. Man, anyone.
Oaxaqueño.
Oaxaqueño. He's soon gonna be on the podcast too, man. It's hella fun.
Got the creatine in there.
Really?
Yeah.
It stays clear? I've never taken creatine.
Bro, I heard that. No.
Yeah,
I probably got like. I bought it like a long time ago. I ain't drinking, bro. I was bad at like my diet at first, and like drinking my, my what is it, the protein powder, drinking my vitamins. I was bad at it at first until this last month.
Yeah, I had to buy the granny pack like Monday through Sunday.
Okay, nice.
To take my pills and stuff because I always forget them.
Yeah, bro, I be forgetting. But I mean, at this month I've done way better, bro. I'm telling you, I'm trying to discipline myself.
I got my
beat
jug.
myself up like I should have been. I was beat up as a kid. I just didn't listen.
Man. Yeah, me too, man. I used to get the pala broken on my.
Nah, but I heard that there's instant creatine, bro. I heard that one like doesn't sit in your stomach, so that's the one I recommend.
Damn, that's
because this one just sits like if you look at it, bro, it's just sitting there. So imagine when it sits in your liver, it's just sitting there.
It takes a while to break down.
Exactly.
Damn. No, and right now, so with all this sad boy stuff, man, what's up with Kibo con las morras?
I'm number one sad boy right here. Number one sad boy.
Right now, you're single, but you're looking to mingle or not?
Nah, not really.
Chilling, pa?
If I'm being honest, no. I don't know, bro. I feel like because I feel like the last time I did try to, I feel like I got distracted a lot.
Oh shit!
You know, like I didn't see it at first till later, till I saw how much I really like. I guess till I saw how much work I put in. After that, that's when I was like, damn, like I missed out on doing all this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, dang, I was tripping. And then it was cool because right after that, all that hard work that I started putting in, it led to that big news that we're doing now. So that's really why I see it like that too. You know, it's like I don't need to rush into that, especially when we got this going on. Like I just need to be. But if it happens, you're always gonna know when it happens. You know, you're gonna feel it. I feel like you're gonna feel it. You gotta feel it. If it happens, it happens. It'll be the right time, God's timing. He'll give you signs before it happens.
You think so?
I feel like it. I feel like I'm big on signs, bro. I feel like I receive signs left and right. Sometimes I don't listen to them, and I see them clearly. I'm like, dang, bro.
I feel like I can't. I can't see them, and I until I'm in the moment, and then you're like, oh fuck, I'm here. That's when it hits me. Well, it's been hitting you. They got a little tough, right?
It's because it's sad boy moment now.
And so but I don't know. I don't know if I feel like there's gonna be signs.
So how long you been single now?
I'm over a year right now.
Dang, I can't remember how long I've been now. I like over probably 3 years, 4 years, 3 years.
Okay, so it can go that long.
It can.
Yeah.
I mean, I've met individuals between that time. You know, like I've met people that I feel like I could have connected with, and if I would have been ready at that time, maybe now it would have probably worked. But then at the same time, it doesn't happen like that. If it didn't work, it's because it wasn't supposed to work. You know, you can't be like I don't believe in right person, wrong timing no more. I feel like I used to, but I'm not no more. I feel like that completely washed out my mind. I feel like everything happens the way it should happen for a reason. If it didn't happen, it wasn't supposed to happen. You know.
Amor fati.
Yeah, I feel like, the more I start realizing things too, I'm like, it's how it should have been happening. If I wouldn't have been heartbroken, I wouldn't have learned guitar. You know, if I wouldn't have been heartbroken,
it's part of your story.
Amor Fati wouldn't have came out.
Right? No, and I think I believe that.
So it's cool.
I feel like maybe sometimes I get in my own way, and I'm right at this point, I just said whatever comes my way, man. I'm gonna stop trying.
Right.
And it's just not. I mean, it's cool to go out every once in a while, but yeah, like you said, like if you don't feel it, you just don't feel it. You
Yeah,
can't.
bro. I'd be so lazy. I don't know, bro. I'd be so lazy to try too.
No, I'm more of like I've been blessed to know what like being in love feels like. So when you just don't feel that, you're kind of like
no cap.
I'm not gonna go back, you know.
See, no cap. I've lived with somebody. It's different. Like, you know, I lived with somebody for it was like 3 years. So I don't know.
Yeah. So it's hard to get back.
I
to
see a
something like
lot before that too. Like I was telling you, learning from like other people's experience. I learned from my previous experiences. So I don't want to repeat things.
I'm trying to figure out like the previous experiences. I think that's what I'm still doing. I'm still trying to figure out.
It took me like 2 years, a year. Like sometimes too, you gotta be
realistic
with yourself, and you gotta have Dang, I freaking keep forgetting these words, bro. My vocabulary is bad today.
I think right now what I'm doing is I'm being more selfish with my time.
No, not even that. I feel like you gotta accept your own wrongs too.
Oh yeah, I'm realizing a lot of shit that I fucked up.
Bro,
on.
I went through like months of just like thinking about that.
And
like,
it hits you at the
and
weirdest
it hits you.
time.
You know, it hits you. It's like, you know, you just gotta accept it. You gotta accept that you're not always that great person that you say you are. Like, you know, you played your part. Maybe you didn't play it to the extreme. Maybe you didn't swing first, but you swung back type shit. But not like, obviously not like physically, but like as a metaphor.
I've had these conversations with myself. Just like this. Like, yeah, bro, like and it sucks to fucking admit it. And it sucks that you can't do anything about
accountability. It took me a second. Yeah, you gotta have accountability, bro. I feel like that's one of the biggest things when it comes to healing. That was one of the biggest things that it took for me to heal. I feel like for a long time I was just like trying to heal, but I didn't really realize that it was like you gotta, you know, have your own accountability, and then from that you're gonna understand too, like their part. You know, be like, yeah, this was yours part, and then if that was bad enough, you know, start healing.
You added to it, or maybe you realize that, yeah, I wasn't always the greatest person, and you know. I think that's where you decide to make a change.
Exactly. I feel like that's why it's the most important part, because that's the only part you should take into the next relationship. You should not take any memories, you know, anything. But just like that, like, you know, okay, I ain't going.
Something that has to do with you.
Yeah, like that was, you know, I was tripping for that. I'm not gonna do that again. Or like, you know, I gotta learn from that. I gotta do better here. I gotta do better here. And then you learn from that. You know?
I like how you said that. Take the lessons, but don't take the person.
Yeah, exactly. Just take those little things. Leave the person, even the experiences behind the memories.
And it was good that you have him. I think that's the only thing that I realized. There's people that have never felt love that way.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard people say it. So I do feel blessed on that part.
Yeah.
That you're like, at least I know what that feels like. And if it is the last time, fuck it, bro. At least I fucking had that. And that's fucking good. Well, that's a good way to look at it,
Forgiveness too, bro. Forgiveness.
It's hard.
Forgiveness is hard, but and that's another lesson I feel like I was fortunate enough to learn early on. I forgive. Like, it's been so many times I've been betrayed and I forgave. I just saw a post earlier too. Is like, you might be humble, but you're not humble until like you've had somebody that disrespected you and now you helped them. You know what I mean? You're not humble until somebody came and, you know.
Or you just gotta be around them.
You gotta be, exactly. You know what I mean? It's like you just help them out. That's different. You know, once you start helping people that like disrespect you, it's like, you know, you see it differently. So it's like, I feel like forgiveness is major, bro. Forgiveness. Yeah. Me personally, bro, even with my dad, like my dad's situation, the situation that we had, like we should not be cool. But because I live worse my day-to-day life not being on good terms with him than I do being on bad terms, you know. Like, bro, that shit just, I was all day at work just thinking about it. I'm like, damn, bro. And as soon as like I just called him, told him like, you know, let's chop it up. I just told him like, let's just forget that. And then the next day, you know, I was fine. I didn't think about it. Like, okay, cool. So that's why I forgive. I feel like that's always been how I am.
To keep it moving.
Bro, that shit, bro, I feel like being on bad terms with my loved ones, that shit just kills me.
It's like I expected this from the world, but not from you guys.
Bro.
Yeah,
that shit just be killing me, bro. I just be like, damn, bro. I just can't see myself ever ending like either my side of life or their side of life and we were on bad terms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If,
Like what?
if my, if either I pass away first, they pass, I just don't see it.
Like if
I
they're
don't
in that
want
box, am I gonna be
Yeah, I
regretting
just-
or am I gonna be accepting?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to. I don't want to be in that position. So I'd rather fix it now.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think like the speaking part, I can attest to. I think between my brother and I, we lost connection for a couple. Like it's a small time, but in reality, to us, it felt like a long time. And it took a lot of communicating. Where now, bro, he's like one of the only people I hang out with besides you guys.
Yeah.
I see him at least 4 times a week. We talk to each other 1 time a day. I check his location, make sure he's at least somewhere that if he needs me to be around, we're around.
Yeah.
And you realize that a lot of people don't have that.
Shoot.
Because of that. Because of like bullshit that they can't forgive sometimes.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Should I have my parents, like my dad with his, with my uncles, is like, you shouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, and my uncles in Mexico live a block from each other, almost on the same one.
Yeah.
Haven't spoken to each other in like hella years, and my dad's like, "That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
Don't you ever let that."
I'm not gonna lie though. Sometimes, I'm telling you, it just depends on your heart. I'm not saying you gotta have that heart either. Cause I'm not gonna lie, there's some shitty people, bro. Like I'm telling you, even the situations I've been in, I'm like, damn, bro, should I really have forgiven? That's just cause I don't feel, I don't want to feel that. But, bro, there is some people that like, it's crazy that you just turn your back on, your own people. Like it's crazy.
Like it's crazy to think what they did.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like sometimes I don't know. I feel like I've seen situations of people where like, they've had situations with their parents and you can't parent them either. You can't parent your own parents. Well, you're not supposed to. You can, but I mean, I don't feel like you should be parenting your own parents.
Yeah. I didn't have that experience. But
yeah, I mean, not everybody goes to it, but that should be tough. Honestly, parenting your own parents. But I mean, there's some parents, bro, that I feel like drug addict parents. You know what I mean? Like once you get into like those hardcore drugs, bro, I feel like sometimes you try to help. And you realize as much as you help, it just keeps dragging you down. So I mean, there's also situations like that where I understand. It's like you just rather get out the situation.
That's tough.
Those are tough situations, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Sometimes I think that it could be a lot worse. Exactly. That our problems are just made in our head. And
right,
then you just start to do the work and you realize everything starts to fall into place.
Okay.
Right now I'm getting back into the flow of like, all right, we're getting something steady. I'm getting a little bit more of this. I'm getting finding some type of flow.
A routine.
I have heard also from very successful people that in the meantime, bro, there's no balance.
Ain't it? Right.
You're a dreamer to have balance, bro. This thing can, like right now, you could take off as of like, hey, you gotta go be here for a month. Bro, and you gotta go.
This whole month. Bro, that's been my life. I'm just like, no way. I'm like, dang, I gotta work, bro. Why do I gotta go?
Right?
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But you just gotta make it work. It's part of it. No balance.
And if not, I think that's the faith in it. That's the faith in yourself. That's the faith in the project. Yeah, that you're project, like, fuck it, hey man, we gotta go. You gotta go and you gotta throw yourself in.
Sometimes I do think about it like that. It's like, dang, we really do some things like crazy, like without no instructions, nobody behind us telling us you gotta do this. It's just like
just out here every day to do it.
Exactly. I'll be like, damn, bro.
Against all the elements.
It really has taken a lot of determination from everybody, bro.
A lot of first times, a lot of mistakes.
A lot of first time. Everything's first time for us. Everything's been first time.
Yeah.
Everything.
I like the fact that we're an attestment to like you choose what you want to do, man.
Right.
You choose what you want to do, and I think the only thing that is underestimated is the amount of work that comes with freedom. Freedom is crazy, bro. Because the more you want it, you realize that you really don't have it, man. Yeah. Because you gotta be committed. You gotta to do things, and most of the time it just takes time. And that's the thing that we don't want to let go of sometimes.
There's a thing too called, it says courage is freedom. And I feel like it is too. I feel like that's something I've been looking at. I haven't gotten into that step of my process yet. I'm trying to make changes, but Yeah, I want to be more like courageous. I just want to have more courage because I feel like I'm too quiet now. I used to have courage like crazy, yeah, charisma and all that. But now I'm just like so closed, and sometimes I'm like I should do this, but I don't because I'm scared. You shouldn't be scared of anything, not to do anything.
Yeah.
Which I mean, when I started guitar, I had courage, all that. But then sometimes I find myself staying quiet when I'm like, I know, like I have great ideas, or like I know there's something you could do.
Something could change.
Exactly.
Man.
Courage is freedom, and then that brings freedom. If I would have done all those ideas, I would have had freedom by now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like you said, we can't look back to regret. We look
Yeah.
back to learn.
Exactly.
Man. So right now, with love and everything, you're chilling. What
Yeah,
comes,
bro.
what comes.
We're chilling. What comes, it comes. But if a certain somebody hits me up, I might just.
Oh my gosh,
Nah, just play.
dude! And when
Nah, am I really though?
with content creation, man, you're going crazy. I'm noticing that every time, like you're learning how to edit, you're doing more of that. You're doing more of
Bro.
like ideas.
I love it. I love making content. It's so fun. I don't know.
It is. I'm just getting used to like the editing part of it.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I feel like for artists, it's just so important. I feel like it's so important for like, especially if you're like where we are, or where we, like just doing everything yourself. Like no funds behind you, no investments. Just just your hard work on the weekends. You're out there grinding. You're doing gigs. Like save that money up. You could use that later on, but learn how to do those things. You don't gotta always pay for those pictures either. Like you guys learned like freaking. You guys got crazy with it. You guys are crazy with it. And then videos, like I've seen people pay for all the edits that we do. And I'm like, no way you're paying for that.
That is crazy.
No way you're paying for, like, no way. Like why don't you just sit there, like, learn?
Yeah.
Like, bro, all it takes is, like, honestly, determination and wanting to do it. But, like, social media is just so important. I feel like a lot of artists and musicians don't see that. Because, especially TikTok, like, a lot of people focus on Instagram, but nobody really focuses on TikTok. And then everybody that does focus on TikTok, they see a difference.
Even though that was like a powerhouse for a lot of
Yeah,
years.
that's like the main thing. But I still see, as far as Atlanta goes, I still see a lot of, like, grupos just focusing more on their Instagram versus their TikTok. I see some crazy nice videos on Instagram, but then I don't see too much posting on TikTok. Or like, bro, you should be posting every day. If you really believe in yourself, post at least 3 times a day.
Sheesh.
If you really think that it's gonna, like, why wouldn't you? That's you. That's your brand.
Yeah.
And if the only way for you to be able to put your music out to somebody on the other side of the world is TikTok, because how else are you gonna do it? If you have 500 followers, right? Say you have 500 followers on Instagram. How else would you get that across the world? If you put up a reel, it's not going to push it like TikTok does. You know what I mean? Nothing. If you put it on YouTube, you're not going to wake up to 1 million views. That doesn't happen no more. I'm sorry, but those times are done.
Overnight?
Yeah, those times are done. Back then, there was artists that like put up a video overnight. They woke up, had 100,000 views. It's like, oh shit, you boom now. That doesn't happen no more. It can happen on TikTok though. You could upload a video and then the next day you wake up with 500,000 views, 1 million views.
But not on YouTube anymore.
Not on YouTube, not on Instagram, not
nowhere. Like
So yeah, that's why
like
I feel
Post
like it's
Malone.
just TikTok. It's just
congratulations.
Yeah, it's just TikTok. You just gotta focus on TikTok, and that's not even just music. Honestly, like for any type of other brands, like anything you're really doing is like.
But in the music concept, it was like Slabón Armado, huh?
Yeah, exactly. They were just everywhere. Ivan Cornejo used to post on TikTok. He used to just post up covers all the time. Every day he posts a new cover, Just
Damn.
like whatever song had a hit, he had a cover to it. So it's just like he knew what he was doing, and he eventually built that fan base, and bro, he went off.
So without spilling any like hard-earned secrets, like what is something that could be like basic knowledge you could consider
On TikTok
of
or just
the
like
algorithm
content
or
algorithms?
what you feel that works without releasing like the creme of the
Nah, well, I mean, I feel like it's for everybody.
the Krabby Patty formula.
I feel like just don't focus on, like I said, the local things. I feel like that's key number one. Just for like, I'm sorry to say it, but you're not gonna go global focusing on your local fans. You're never gonna go global focusing on like if you're trying to be yeah,
Okay.
you're never gonna go global if you're focusing on your local fans.
Okay.
So it's like imagine if you're trying to be listened to in Madrid, but you're focused on everybody that's in Atlanta. How does that work?
Yep, that's true.
You know what I mean? How that so like that's first. That's key number one is like, okay, yeah, Atlanta's, if you're living in Atlanta, it's like, okay, yeah, that's obviously show love to your city, but like that's not the only thing that's there. You want to get out of there. So that's where TikTok comes in. And on top of that, just clean videos. I mean, just there's a video out there from my boy Amor Acosta, Cookie. I'm sure if you guys are musicos, you guys know him, but he has a good like video out there, like bunch of pointers, just mapped out examples and everything of how to do good videos, lighting, your sound. Like if you got your two guitarists right here, like drop them a little bit behind so that way that the voice could be more up front, because that's what you want to hear is the voice. You want to hear the lyrics, so just put them out in the back. There's just a lot of little things, and then just being consistent. I feel like once I started being consistent, that's really when I started jumps booming up on views. And just watching, you just gotta watch TikTok. Honestly, it's like it's time consuming sometimes, but
yeah, it is.
bro, I used to say this a lot back then. Just think like a kid. Just think like a kid. I
would
promise
entertain
you.
a kid.
You know what I mean? Yeah, just think like a kid. It's like if you see something that's working, like what would a kid do? Like I could do that. Like, and okay, so then just come up with something similar. And just think like a kid. There's a bunch of things out there that are like really just entertaining. People just want something to watch. Once I learned that people just want something to watch, that's it. You remember back in school, teachers used to make PowerPoints for us, right?
Yeah.
Some of them used to look crazy, and it was just like, oh shit, you're entertained. It's just something for you to see. That's literally
Kind of like
this content.
Yeah,
That's
like the
content.
The brain pop people.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
You know that they're still now they actually have like contracts with schools and they're part of the curriculum.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
See,
he started as a YouTube channel.
you could have just like wrote it. You didn't have to have all that be made, but they did it. So it's like when you're doing videos, I mean, you could upload yourself, or you could, go into CapCut and you could do a zoom in and then out of nowhere like zoom out, or you could get creative. They're just different things, whatever works. But you won't know what works until you do it.
Yeah.
That's like
right now I might have to like get it more into it of like really trying to edit this and doing like that in forward and everything, but I think right now my biggest thing is just to do it. I need to keep doing it.
Just keep doing it, right? I mean,
respecting the time is hardest for me.
Damn, bro. I mean, I used to stay up all night editing that. That was crazy, and then I still would go to work. I was like, "Damn, bro, I really love this shit, huh?"
Yeah, I need to get that ASAP rocking.
But I mean, there's a lot of people out there that do real good on content too. I look up to people. I watch people's pages all the time. If I see somebody doing good, I promise you, I watch their page. I follow them. I don't follow too much people, but I'm like everybody I see really does good. Like I follow them because it's like examples. It's just
learn,
yeah, because I'm telling you, it's there for everybody. It's the same algorithm for everybody, honestly. Like it's the same little things. It's the same little niches, the trends, the hooks, just small little things that make somebody like watch your video. It's just like it might be like that song started right at that hook versus like waiting 3 seconds for it. It's like now you got a viewer watching your video and it's just waiting. Scroll. And you didn't even give him 1 more second, and that hook would have came in. He would probably love that song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like literally something like that. It's just little things. You just start like catching on.
Man.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. I mean, I sometimes say it too, bro. I told Manny last time, I was like, bro, I literally deleted this video, moved the words down, like literally like not even nothing. I just moved it down just a little bit, and then I re-uploaded it, and it went viral. It's just crazy. I don't know. It's just the algorithm. I don't know.
So much growth, man, and this is crazy because this is for your birthday, man. We're posting this on the day right before your birthday.
Okay.
And you've come a long way, man. How do you feel? Did you think about this a year ago? Do you think it was gonna be like this on this birthday?
Damn. You know what's funny? I had a sign back then.
Yeah.
Right? 24. And I used to think it was when I was going to be 24. And I can't remember exactly how it went, how that image went, but I just remember the number 24. And I remember it was like, that's when something good was going to happen. But I can't remember exactly how. I can't remember if it was a dream or if it was like, I wish I did remember. But I remember for a long time, I just kept that number in my head until I was 24. And I thought something good was going to happen. I was like, damn, bro, nothing happened. So then now that it was year 24, I was like halfway through the year, I started thinking about it. I was like, no way this is going to be that year. Like, no way that was actually, the sign's actually going to happen and come true. So once we like this happened, I feel like, I was like, dang, like,
I'm here.
I got goosebumps when I made that connection. I was like, damn, like, oh shit, like I forgot about that sign. That 24 was going to be good. Like that year was going to be good. But I just didn't know if it was going to be the year that I was 24 or the year 2024.
That's a crazy connection.
I'm telling you, like, I got goosebumps about it. Like I just can't remember exactly what the sign was, if it was a dream or if like I wish I remembered.
That's insane.
But I mean, I didn't really think it would be like this though. If I'm being honest, like even 3 years ago when I first joined the grupo, even last year when we went to Tengo Talento, and then I remember we had like a break, where it was like, dang, bro, not too much motion going on.
Yeah. I think that's when Colada comes in, right?
Yeah, and then we were just like, damn, bro, like, where do we go from now? It's like we did hit another kind of dead end. It's like, or what do we need to do now? Or like what we thought was going to be like crazy good was just like normal. We thought we were going to get something bigger from that show. And then it was just like, damn, the expectations just weren't there. Like, it didn't hit the expectations. It didn't meet the expectations. Yeah. And so, like, I feel like that was a lot of, like, I guess discouraging, but not really that word, because I don't really like that word to describe it. It's not really discouraging, but it's like, it's like reality.
It's very foggy.
Yeah, it's like reality hits you, you know. It's like, oh, shit. Dang, that shit kind of like, fuck. Damn it, But it's kind of like an L. It's just kind of like, dang it, bro. But you got to get right back up and you got to find out what's next. But, I mean, once this year happened, even, bro, that thing happened like that. We were about to sign with somebody else.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, dang.
And you look at that and you're like, oh, wait, this could have been completely different.
Yeah.
And you see how close you can get.
Bro. I did tell you though, no? When I told you that I was supposed to be a Marine.
Oh yeah, you see?
Dang, I went from having when I was gonna be a soccer player first, then I was gonna be a Marine, and then I was telling myself I was just gonna be a Chipotle manager.
You know what's funny? They say, tell God your plans and He'll laugh at you.
Ain't it right? That's crazy.
Like if you think you know.
That's crazy.
You piece of shit.
That's crazy. Back then I always something as a kid, like I never tell nobody this, but it's because I really wasn't sure. But I used to want to be like a motivational speaker or like either that or a therapist, but somebody that could help
with voice.
Somebody that could help somebody else like figure out their traumas, figure out like what's going on in their head, like like that's what I don't know. Since I was a kid, that's just something that like I was like, dang, I want to do that. I remember always giving people advice and stuff, like just being that guy that gave people advice. I used to have a lot of friends a lot of female friends that would come to me and like ask for advice too. So it was cool, like that's just something that was in me back then. But I just I thought about it recently, and I was just like, dang, it's a full circle moment because that's what we do now.
That is true. Yeah,
we literally do that.
You also create the ability to recognize that feeling and connect.
Exactly.
Something
that's
tangible.
Something that's always been like, I don't know. It's like being able to find that feeling.
I get that. I feel what you're saying.
That hit me the other day too, and that's something that I'm like I wouldn't say proud about, but I would say happy. Like I'm glad that it came around full circle, and I'm glad it worked out like this. That's why I like being sad boy healing vibes. It's cool.
I had that realization too, where I'm thinking about how my life and this is hard, stressful, and I start realizing that the life that I wanted is this. Like, I wanted to make this my job. And it is. Obviously, I'm not getting paid for it, but this is the beginning of it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I really believe in it, this is what it is going to be.
Exactly.
So I'm over here worrying about a life that I'm living. Like I'm living too forward where I'm not enjoying what's now. Like, this is... I feel like I've been very unappreciative of realizing that not a lot of people get to do this. They're not even lucky with time or with resources or, you know.
Yeah, bro, you get it done, no cap.
But it's, to me, it's just more of like, I have to also, like you said, like, you have to at a certain point look around and be like, this is life.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm choosing to do. If it just seems unorganized right now, it's because it's not the final product.
Right.
I think that's the only thing that I'm having so much trouble with realizing, that it's this is the beginning.
Damn, bro. Yeah, bro. This gets foggy.
Very.
It's been
and you,
man,
but you know what I love is the book of the Chinese man and the horse. I forgot what it's called, but it's the, I don't know if it's the third person, but it's basically you're in the woods and you can't see anything, and you're accompanied by a being, and he says, I can't see where I'm going. And the horse, the book says, and the horse says, can you see your next step? Yes. Okay, so just do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least if you can see that.
Yeah, that next step.
That's a step.
Exactly.
Slow motion is better than no motion, you know?
Yep.
And I think that's every day. Like, at least do one thing that's going to push you towards your dream.
One day or day one.
Right now, I'm having a problem with editing. Like, I'm telling you, like, sometimes I don't find it, like, enjoyable. And I'm at least, like, 5 pictures, bro. 5 pictures a day. You'll be done. And you might see 5 pictures and then at least do another 5. Like, if you have enough time to sit on Instagram, you have enough time to do at least 5 more.
Yeah, bro. Tell them, do them daily limits.
You say no, and it helps me because you're like, oh, that's 10 minutes.
Yeah, bro.
Oh shit,
bro. I remember one time I was in bed before work, and I got the notification that said you ran up your whole daily limit. I was like, I was on here an hour. Like, that's when I realized, and that's when I changed it from an hour to 10 minutes to 5 minutes. 5 or 10 minutes. But at first I had it an hour. Like, I didn't put the like, I guess, like 5 minute, 10 minute thing. I only put that give me a limit of 1 hour for the whole day. So when I realized I hit 1 hour while I was still before going to work, I was like, no way, nah, no, I'm not doing this.
I've definitely got caught into the cycle of, I'm realizing I'm not doing anything. Fuck, you get on there, then you realize how much everybody else is doing, and you're like, wow, I can't do that. So then you don't do shit, and then you're like, oh fuck, I didn't do anything. And that's what I'm trying to fight, like that. Like, hey, just shut the fuck up and do what you said you were gonna do. Stop worrying about everything else. And if it's gonna include you, like, whatever it is, whether it's like what I want to do here, what I want to do there, like, if you're gonna be included, you'll be included. If you don't, it's not meant for you. Move on. And I think I've lost a lot because of that. Because I realized I was holding so much fake shit that I couldn't.
Yeah, bro.
That I kept worrying about. And then you realize, like, why am I worrying about these people? Why am I worrying about this? Why am I trying to make somebody else happy? Why? And you let go of all of that. And yes, now you feel alone and you feel the pressure of everything's on you, for you. But it's just a fucking matter of just doing what's best for you, what you feel good.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the same because I haven't probably spoken to none of my childhood friends in a while, like in a good while, coming from like being together every day, even after I graduated high school. Because, you know, after high school, that's when things get a little bit rough. Everybody goes their own ways. But, bro, even after high school for like 4 years still, we would be here every day, just, you know, chilling still. Like, but I don't know, like, after a while, it kind of broke off. And then you were, like you said, it's like, if I'm going to be invited, I'm going to be invited. If I'm not going to be invited, I'm not going to be invited. You know, you can't really try to keep holding that connection for too long.
And if you don't, whatever, dude, they're not bad people.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's a bad person, but like, you can't be a kid. Oh, you can't be a kid for so long. To your party. Yeah, you can't be a kid for so long. Yeah, I had to realize that.
Stop being a pick-me person, you know?
But that's why I try to forget Instagram too, because it's the same thing. Those are like, you know, at the end of the day, it's just like you're just showing your life to people that at the end of the day, it's not gonna change theirs, you know. Or like you're scrolling through like a bunch of people's lives, like instead of like, you know, living yours. But yeah, I mean, Instagram's. I'm telling you, bro, Instagram's the devil.
It's either a blessing or a curse.
Nah, but yeah, a lot of good things are on Instagram.
Yeah,
like I've learned a lot of things. Them reels that be popping up about painting, bro.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
that's how I got into striping.
Let me try that.
That's how I saw striping, and I was like, hey, that looks interesting. I want to try it. And then,
but what I tell you last time about TikTok too, I was like, it matters on what you watch.
Yeah,
it matters what you watch.
That's why I can't watch that shit.
That's
why
Pepe can't have TikTok because he has no self-discipline.
That should be that should be crazy, bro.
Oh my god,
should be beautiful. Yeah,
FYP looking like XXX.
Now I'm just fucking bitch. Now I'm just focusing. My shorts, all of my shorts are just either like it's mostly just comedy and podcasts, so I'm enjoying that one.
Okay, that's good.
I was like, let me keep this one clean.
That's funny, bro.
Man, that shit be crazy. That,
but yeah, I mean, Instagram and TikTok, it just shows you what you wanna see.
Yeah, they do make fun of this one guy on the show because they're like, apparently this guy didn't know that your explore page on IG is based off your algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we were all showing each other our discover ones, and this motherfucker has a bunch of breastfeeding videos and monkeys. And he was like, no, like if I refresh it, it shows something different. And they're like, it doesn't matter, that's catered to you.
That's funny.
And he was like, how come yours is different? You're like, nobody gets that. Like, he thought it was like, oh, everybody's gonna, it's normal. And they're like, that's so weird.
Look how my explore page has evolved. My explore page has evolved.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, but it is crazy. It just depends on what you watch.
It just
that's
depends.
Right
now, mine's probably like full of guitars, gym. And then I get a lot of Bible verses, quotes, and things like that as well. Yeah, a lot.
I don't get Bible verses. Yeah. I get a lot of poems. I don't know why.
Nah, I get a lot of things about God. A lot.
Yeah, I don't get
gym.
I need to work on that one then.
Yeah.
I need to work on that part of my algorithm.
Yeah, bro. I mean, that's how my algorithms feel. I love it. I wake up and like if I'm in a bad mood, I get a quick little quote. I'm gonna subscribe to a few channels too that like daily they send you like a prayer, and then another one that's daily sends you a good motivational quote. Those are pretty good quotes. I'll be like, damn.
Yeah, it puts perspective. And sometimes it hits you on the day that you need it the most too.
No cap, bro. It's like they know, huh?
Yeah,
it's like they know. I'll be like,
fuckers are good, man. Sometimes they're good where they can fuck you up, or they could be like,
right.
I got you, my boy.
Be like, damn, bro. I didn't need to think about her today.
Yeah, like, bro.
And then they wake you up with a mean ass reel.
And you're like, come on.
Hella lo que publicas, todo lo que sé. Me tiene bloqueado.
And you're like, oh yeah. Damn, bro. We covered a lot today, man. And I mean, like I said, you don't want to live in the future and be anxious. But is there something that you're looking forward to towards the end of the year or the beginning of the next?
My gym process.
Nice. You have been in it. You've been hitting it hard.
Yeah, I want to see where I end up at December. I know I'm not gonna hit my body weight. Well, let me not say that. I can't hit my body weight, but that was my minimum goal for body weight. That's not what I really wanted. I kind of like cheated myself on that one, if I'm being honest. But so I'm gonna have to hit that next year harder, and then, damn, bro, I'm excited for these features, bro.
Features are gonna go crazy.
These features.
I don't even fucking know.
Damn, bro, these features. I'm excited. Like,
only the real ones know, man.
I'm excited too to see how it's gonna do, and then how the next songs are gonna do.
What comes after this, right?
You know?
Yeah.
Like, because those songs that we have are way different. They're way different now. They're like, I remember me and Richie were talking about it. We were like, damn, bro, we gotta start like listening to. We were listening to Iván Cornejos, the Mirada album.
Listened to it.
Yeah, bro. I remember when that album came out, I was on it like every day. Vuelve. That was I did it, bro. It dropped within like 10 minutes. I had already made a cover to Vuelve. The acordes, I had put a tutorial up, and that shit went viral too. But yeah, bro.
I'm not even writing. I've been stuck on the marquetas, bro. That's really when I'm listening to music wise.
Yeah, I feel you.
I get stuck on those. Just listen to whatever these guys are cooking up, man.
Nah, yeah, the Ivan Cornejo one, that one was different because I feel like it made me play different notes too. I feel like you could hear in the songs. You could definitely hear like it's a different style. And even Richie too, he was listening to. I remember he was listening to dang, bro. He was listening to bachata. I remember one day he made a song. Then the next day he was listening to some sad music, but like, dang, I can't remember. But I want to say more like Mon Lafrete.
Ooh,
Bro, I've been listening to her a lot too.
yeah, she's really good. You like
Mi Buen Amor.
There's Natalia Lafourcade.
Natalia Lafourcade. Yeah.
Her Tiny Desk is my favorite.
She goes crazy. Oh yeah, she has a nice tiny desk.
Beautiful, man.
I like Mon Lafrete. She has some like live audio like YouTube videos.
Yes,
Bro, those go crazy.
That's what I want to make. That's what I want to try to make.
Damn, bro, she goes crazy. I was like, damn. I think I like somebody tried to put me on with her back then, but I just wasn't sad.
She's a whole different type.
Bro, she's crazy. I'm telling you, like people need to listen to her, but she doesn't. I don't think she really making music like that no more. Huh? She's older.
Yeah, and then I think she has like kids now. Yeah.
Tu falta de querer. That one goes crazy.
Or maybe she's just doesn't have anything that is worth writing.
Bro, that's a collab I would want to do though.
Whoo.
Bro, that's a collab I would wish to do.
Richie and her voice would be insane.
Right, that shit. And then like the feeling behind that song, the lyrics, it would go crazy.
Man, I hope nothing bad has to happen to create that song, but I want to hear it. Now you got it instilled in my head, man.
But yeah, I feel like you could hear all these different, like, I feel like you could hear the different type of taste that we have now too, like with the new taste. Cause I didn't used to listen to those back then. I know Richie's like evolved too. He's listened to different things and he's changed his vocabulary. Manny too. He's been listening to way different things. Gibby, we got Manny into the bellico stuff,
Yeah, and I know that's gonna cook up a lot of good things.
Yeah, and then on top of that, still he's been listening to other things. He's always listening to hella different music, bro. So, and Gibby too. Gibby just musically, he knows everything. But it's cool. My boy Yosef. Then Yosef always learning, bro. Yosef, I feel like he always keeps learning. He just like, oh, let me try this now.
He's very observational. He's very like on it of like what am I gonna how am I gonna present myself. He's not very good on the language part right now, but at least he understands. That's the crazy part. That he at least understands and he's starting to grasp more at the
That's
language.
crazy how much he understands too. Because sometimes like we're talking slang, we're talking like slang hard to understand. Quicker. Yeah, it's like how did you know?
He be doing the little thing. You're like, hey, you know that, but you don't know how to fucking order something at Waffle House.
Right? But you were like, we're gonna make this fucker order his own food.
Yeah, order your own fucking food, man. Because he's just ordéname esta.
Because we say so. It's like if I say a joke about Gibby and like he was going at it with Gibby, he starts laughing. I'm like, this.
Oh, you know that, motherfucker. Yeah, no. But I'm excited. I want to have him on here. I want to see what he has to say. I think he's very hardworking. Definitely being young is crazy, bro. That's a crazy aspect.
Bro, he's so young. I forget he's so young.
Because he looks older than anything, bro. He got Benjamin Button disease.
He looks older than me for sure. But and then like, just it reminds me like, damn, he's a kid living his dream too. He's younger than
or the beginning of
it.
He's
younger than what we are, and like I think about it, I'm like, dang, like imagine myself when I was his age. And like doing this, like dang, that's a crazy feeling, He
has courage. He has a lot of courage.
That's a crazy feeling too. That's like, ooh, I would get chills every time I go on stage.
Yeah, that is crazy. And he performs well. He messes up every once in a while, but I mean, it's hard, that instrument. It's hard to be good at it. And I think he's on his way to become really great at a still very young age. Like even if it takes him 3 more years, he's only like 24. What the fuck?
He's not even at his age. I still didn't pick up the guitar yet. You know what I mean? That's how I think about it too. I'm like, damn,
he's at a great moment.
Yeah, bro. My boy Josefino.
Well, I mean, looking back at that age and everything that we've talked about, bro, like like, what could you say, or could you share anything with anybody watching, even if they're in the beginning stages of their dream, or if you could think more of like your younger self, talking to your younger self back then in those foggy times?
Um, discipline yourself. I would want to say focus on discipline. Like if you don't have too much discipline, that's always something you could work on. You know, I feel like you could always work on your discipline somewhere. You know, there's always an aspect that you could work on. Like you might be well organized, but do you read? You know, you could always read and improve your vocabulary. You know, versus like being on Instagram. So it's just a lot of things. You know, like if you really discipline yourself, there's so much like that you could do, that you could reach. Like you have all your time back. You know, if you really discipline yourself, you have all your time back. You'll be in shape. You know, everything like. You'll be able to live longer. I feel like that's just the most important key thing. That's what I've barely realized, but I feel like that's what I've lacked on my whole life. So I feel like that's the biggest thing. You know, I luckily without too much discipline, I was able to get to where I'm at. But bro, honestly, if I would have had discipline,
Now with it, it's gonna be
yeah,
crazy.
if I would have had discipline back then too, like I would have gotten to this point way earlier. You know. But I feel like discipline is something that you should try to instill it early on, and especially if you're reaching your goals. You know, if you're getting to that stage, it's like don't let up now, and don't start living your crazy life now. Like, you know, tighten up now. You know, it's time to tighten up now, because if you already have great ideas now, just imagine the other better ideas that you'll have if your blood is, you know, flowing correctly, your brain is thinking correctly. Right head. You know, if everything is just flowing.
Definitely, man. And any advice or anything else about the emotional, the mental?
Oh, the mental.
I like that. I'm gonna word that question like that. Can you give me advice on the ethic part, the work ethic part, but also the physical, emotional, and mental?
The mental.
So the physical, you did working out. Just get right, get fit.
I mean, it's because everybody's problems and situations are different, so
that is true.
I mean, I know as hard as it sounds and as cliche as it sounds too, it's like everything's gonna be all right, you know. And I know some people are gonna look at it like it's not, you know, it's not, and it hasn't been, or like, you know, it's like I hear that all the time. But I feel like, you know, with the right amount of time, the right amount of like, I guess, effort too as well from your own part, and then like all the things that we were talking about, accepting your own wrongs, and then just trying to look better for the future. But it's not really too much, you know. It's really just everything works out. I feel like look at it like it happened for a reason. Take the best out of everything, and look at everything that happened as either necessary for you, you know, or it's either good for you, you know, you loved it, or it was either necessary. It was either a lesson. Something had to happen for you to grow for the next step, you know.
I like that.
But I mean, yeah, I feel like it took me forever. So, you know, I know it's not light advice. You know, it's not something you just. But damn,
I saw this one clip from this movie, and they're like, "Me to my compas at 3 a.m. with going home with no girls," and the guy was like, "Fíjense, chavos, así va a ser el rollo. En el fin todo va a estar bien, y si no está bien nada, pues no es el fin." And everybody's like, "Hey,
you see, yeah, exactly.
And that's the truth, man. It's not the end, bro."
Yeah, bro. I mean, I was depressed for a long time, you know, but it wasn't the end. I look back at it now, like, damn, I'm stupid. I wasted a lot of time. Just being sad. And I mean, nowadays, you know, I like to put up sad stuff on like my TikToks and stuff. It's like, I feel like it's like, I don't know. It's just like, it reminds you of like where not to be again. You know, that's how I'm never sad about the stuff I post on TikTok. Never, you know, it just comes to my head. You know, it's just like, this will be cool.
It's acknowledging the feeling, emotion,
exactly,
and looking at it in the eye and being like, okay, it's cool that you're here.
I remember this one of my exes was like, "Why do you always respond to me?" And I was like, "Cause that way I could keep having new things to write about."
Ooh, get that sauce from the source.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I mean, every experience, you know. If I'm gonna be, if I was gonna go through all these traumas, I better at least make something good out of it.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's how it is. I mean, turn everything else. It might not be lyrics. It might be working out. It might just be, oh, let me go make some money. It might be, let me focus on my family. Let me focus on the other girl. You know what I mean? Who knows? But at the end of the day, just look at it as it happened for a reason and it was good. It'll be good later on. You'll figure it out later on if you don't know now.
That's crazy, bro. I think this is a great episode.
Oh my God.
And it's one of many.
This is the most
keep having you guys
I've
on
spoken
here.
in a minute.
And I feel like you've gotten. I mean, we covered a lot of things that we wanted to talk about.
Like crazy, huh?
Where can people find you, bro?
You can follow me on Instagram and on TikTok, Los__404. So that's 2 underscores. I got YouTube.
I'll put it right here.
I got YouTube too, but Lucky Los.
Lucky Los?
Yeah. Lucky Los is the TikTok tag right there. Shout out all my sad boys out there. All the sad gym heads too, bro. The gym heads been going crazy on the sad stuff on 222.
On the sad stuff?
Yeah, on 222. It's starting a little trend.
I'm gonna post a TikTok.
I'm
right here.
My little gym content coming soon.
Nice.
Once I hit 170 though, because I'm still too little.
I think that's welterweight in boxing.
Ain't
I'm
it?
not sure.
Nah, but my videos, the cut ones like of my back, those be doing good.
Yeah, go ahead, explore your body, bro. That's fucking You're working for that shit, bro.
A new one.
That shit's great, man.
With
hey,
my shades.
I appreciate you coming on the show, bro.
Oh my God.
I really do.
I appreciate you having me, bro.
I think this was great. Again, happy birthday, bro. Happy early birthday.
That, boy.
I wish you the best on this journey. I'm glad I was able to speak to you even before any of this really got settled down. Yeah. I was able to kind of like ask you like how you felt, how you thought about it, and I'm glad you have like a really strong outlook into it and keep that up. I think that's gonna help a lot in the next years to come.
Hopefully.
And I mean, like I said, this is the first of many. I want to keep up with everything that's happening as you know, as often as we can. Obviously, with everything coming up,
busyness.
Congratulations on signing. We're gonna announce that. You bro, it's gonna be fun when we can just.
Should I say it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Should I say it?
This is what.
Should I say it?
Have we said the date of when we're releasing or no?
I think it's gonna be the 8th.
Are we saying the date though?
Well, I just said it.
Hey, if you made it to the end of the episode, man, that might be the clickbait. Get to the end, you know.
And featuring Nivel Codiciado.
Yeah. I'm gonna bleep that out, and I'm gonna play that right now. Let me play the beginning. I'm gonna play the beginning just to close out.
Y pura lumbre, viejo.
Hey, I'm blocking it out too. We gotta block that out. Whatever. I don't care. We'll see what we do, man.
Why don't you want them to know who we're signed to, Pepe?
Yeah,
look. Yeah, check out the Dragon Ball Z.
If you made it this far,
my boy Rick. Shout out my boy Rick for this. He actually gave me this as a birthday present last year. Did you remember that? It was actually a birthday present. My boy Rick. Shout out my boy Rick.
I'll step in with no disrespect.
No cap, right? No cap. This is the most I've ever stepped on it. Honestly, I don't usually step on it. I put it in my room in the corner where I don't step on it.
That's crazy.
But for the podcast, I had to bring it out.
Man, thank you for having us on this episode, guys. Thank you guys for watching, bro. Lowe's. One more time for Lowe's, Lucky Lowe's. Catch him on anything. We'll be talking together soon, man. We're gonna be on we're gonna be together for right now for a lot of things right now.
No cap.
All the boys. Shout out to RyE. Shout out to everybody from that fucking project that we're just gonna do something crazy. I look forward to working with you with a lot of different things, bro.
East Coast Takeover 2025.
Ain't it, huh?
East Coast Takeover 2025. I'm calling it right now.
We're gonna close out with something tasteful.
Uh-oh.
I like playing it just because. No. It's already posted. I just like the song, but obviously, always believe in yourself, and I think you do great at that. Thank you again for coming on the show, bro.
Oh boy,
I'm glad we could talk about a lot of things that we do, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Amor Fati by RyE. We'll be playing the future soon. Thank you guys so much.
Peace
I'll
out.
see you at the other one.
Nos fuimos.
¿Para qué llorar si en esta vida nos toca?